So, what is good to talk about today about vintage stereos and a bit of modern stereos? Today, guys, we're going to talk about vintage and a little bit of modern stereos. As you can see here in front of me or in front of you, you'll see vintage stereos here from different brands, from the Sansui, the JVC, Tascam, Marantz, another Marantz, and Sansui turntable and Sansui receivers. So, guys, today I thought that maybe we can talk about the difference between the modern and the vintage stereos. So let's start from the vintage stereos, guys. Vintage stereos, they are built back in 1970s, and they are popular and they are known, and the sound quality, guys, of the vintage stereos back in the 70s, it's one of a kind. People loves the sounds of the vintage stereos and the looks and the sound. Many receivers or amplifiers, guys, back in the 70s, they do look different from each other, and people are um, get excited when they see all these vintage stereos, and they are amazed the looks and the sound quality, because in the 70s, guys, the stereos is just coming out. Okay, back in the 40s, 30s, the stereos are very different from the 70s, and as you can see, they're just different from the 70s. But the 70s, guys, people are start liking it and loving the stereos, and people are buying a lot of vintage stereos as a collector. These are collectibles, and they are pricey, and you can still sell this vintage stereos even if you had it for 10, 15 years, 20 years or more. The price is still there. Marantz, Sansui, Lafayette, Aquaphase, Luxman, Harman Kardon, Sony, Sansui. There's many different brands, and the vintage stereos, guys. It's just amazing back in the 70s, because the engineers back in the 70s, they really built these stereos really well, and the sound quality that they provide for these receivers in the 70s, they're very amazing. The sounds, the clarity, the bass, and a lot of vintage stereos back in the 70s are just amazing. And then later on, guys, in the 80s, the 90s, and 2000s, so they start building this modern stereos, as you can see here. This is a Tascam. Yeah, this is a modern stereo now, and they all different looks. It's black and white and red, so you can see the different colors. And there's let me turn this on, guys. So let's wait until that surge protector click in, and we can turn this on. There you go, and you guys can see this. So now it's digital, guys, as you can see the movements, and you can see it says hello. And I'm gonna stop. I don't want to play a CD. But the modern, guys, stereos, they are looking different. They are looking more expensive and contemporary and more high ends, luxury, I would say. And it's just different. It's all black, and a lot of modern stereos, guys, are now, they are you know, black. Same thing as with my equalizer there. That is a modern now, the equalizer. So you can see, and the difference between the vintage, the Sansui vintage back in the 76 is different, and the turntable. And to me, guys, I like the vintage. You know, I am a vintage guy. I love the vintage stereos, the looks, and the sounds, the clarity of the sounds, and you know, it's just different, as you can see, because the knobs, you know, I love the knobs here. That you can feel it when you're playing your music, you know. The contemporary guys, some of them are push buttons now, and there are less than knobs, you know, but they still have some knobs, you know, in the corner, big knobs, and it's all black, and you know, so totally different, you know, the modern and the vintage guys. And the other thing about the vintage guys, because the build, the quality of the material that they use, you know, like my this Lafayette, no, not Lafayette, Luxman I have here. This is full metal all around. This is a very heavy receiver, and it's just, you know, amazing, and it's not easy to find nowadays because these are back built in back in the 70s, and very rare now to find this. I don't know how many receivers they made, you know. I have no idea how many receivers that they, you know, sold in other countries all over the world. So I cannot really tell how many. Maybe if I Google it, maybe I'll find out. But this is a full, you know, metal gear. It's like a Mercedes Benz. When Germans build the Mercedes Benz, it's all metal, you know, pure metal, no shortcuts. Everything is perfect. That's why they really are strong. But this is Japan made, guys. This is made in Japan, and I bought this a couple of years ago. But it has a beautiful sound, guys. Beautiful sounds. So that's what I'm trying to say, guys. When they build this receivers back in the 70s, they really take their time to build all this receiver, all these stereos, to make it look perfect, and you know, make it look a very nice, you know, receivers or amplifiers, so people can really appreciate their work. And Japan made, guys, it's a very good stereos, because those engineers back in the days in the 70s, they really take their time to build the stereos, and all these parts of the stereos, everything inside is just, you know, amazing. Like this Lafayette here, that is Japan. Sansui Japan, JVC Japan, Sansui 2000X Japan, the Marantz here Japan. These are all Japan. So all my gears, guys, are Japan. Even this one here, this is Japan, guys. And this one, Japan. They're all Japanese, guys. This is, you know, what I like to collect, Japanese made. I don't collect stereos made in other countries in Asia. I never, or I will never buy stereos that made in other countries in Asia. Only Japan, guys. So this is, you know, this is a nice looking turntable. You know, this is Japan made, and it's a very nice, has a very nice sounds. And I'm playing that with my Sansui. Yeah, that's connected to my Sansui 2000X. So the modern, like I said, guys, the modern stereos, guys, they are just totally different. And the other thing about the modern, let's talk about the modern stereos now, guys, because maybe for some newcomers, you know, young folks, they don't know about modern and vintage stereos yet. So the difference between the vintage and modern, guys, the modern ones nowadays, it's digital, guys. As you can see, it's computerized, And the thing that I don't like about the modern ones, when they breaks, when the screen, the computer breaks, then everything, it's gone. Okay, you get disappointed to play your music because you cannot see the tracks, you cannot see anything, you cannot see the track, the minutes, okay, the seconds. So when the computer breaks, when you take this to the repair shop, okay, you're gonna pay the labor and the parts, okay. So the repair guy, of course, he's gonna think that it's it's gonna take time to work on this equipment, okay, this Tascam CD player, all right. And you're gonna pay for the computer, okay, you're gonna pay for that computer, you're gonna find that parts, and you don't know, I don't know, we don't know how much it's gonna cost. So it could be expensive, and then you're gonna pay the labor, you're gonna pay the repair guy, you're gonna pay the parts and the labor, and I don't know how much it will cost, okay. That is the difference about the modern to vintage, okay. Vintage stereos, guys, it's more easy to fix, it's more or less to pay, it costs less than the modern, okay. So the modern guys, they would last for maybe up to 5 years or more, who knows, it depends how long you used it. And then when it breaks, definitely, people throw it away because nobody knows. Some people know, some people, more people doesn't know, okay. The new generations, guys, they don't really stick to fixing stereos, especially in America, okay. Once it breaks, they give it away, they throw it away, and they buy a new one, because if you take it to the repair shop, it's going to cost more money, okay. So, and it's going to be used, and you're going to doubt yourself now if it will break again, who knows when, and then you're going to waste money. So what they do in America, they throw it away and they buy a new one or a different model. So the new generations, guys, the new modern stereos, that's how it works today. But some other countries, like in Asia, definitely they can fix that. Yeah, definitely. Okay, because the parts are there. It's in China, Japan, and other countries, and you can buy parts for this. And some repair guys, they can put a different parts, and it can make it work again. Okay, so they don't, in Asia, they will find a way how to fix it, even though it's a different part or parts, as long as it will run. They don't care if it's, if it's Hitachi brand or Sony brand or or Technics brand or Pioneer brand. As long as it's the right amount that it will make it work, they will slap that in there and make it work again. So in Asia, guys, there's a lot of ways how to fix this, but in America or Europe, they always want the right part. So that is why it costs money. In other words, some people don't really know how to what do you call this? Kind of like find a way how to make it work again, even though it's not the same part. Okay, so there's a word for that. You know, when you don't, when it doesn't work, you find a way how to fix it. You know, um, find how to improvise. That's the word, improvise. Okay, improvise meaning you find a way how can make it work, can make it run again, even though so anyways, that's how in Asia, guys. But In other countries, like in America, in Europe, once it breaks, they throw it away, they sell it because some people can fix it, some people don't. So that's how it works today's generation. So let's go back to the vintage stereos. Vintage stereos, guys, it's more easy to fix. It's more, I would say, you will get more of the parts easier than the modern, okay? Because these are computerized and this is not, okay? These are just parts. As you can see the screen here, this is just a decoration, and there is no digital, there is no lighting or computerized, the vintage and the modern. So that is the difference between that. And some people, guys, they love the vintage, guys, the vintage stereos, because it is easy to fix, and people knows how to fix vintage stereos. They like the vintage stereos better, because this one here, it's not easy to fix, and the parts, guys, it's not easy to find, and it could cost more money. So that is the difference between the vintage stereos, guys, and the modern. And the vintage stereos, guys, could cost, some of them, yeah, maybe more money, some of them are less, and the modern stereos, guys, cost more money. Yeah, there's Marantz I saw in Best Buy, cost $1,500 to $3,000. There's one for $4,000, the Pioneer. Some modern stereos, guys, they're really, really price that stereo so high, and you can never believe, the price is way up there, even though they use plastic, cases cover, you know. That is why I like the vintage, because this is just a different, I mean, some of them are aluminum, some of them are silver, some of them are, what do you call this, metal, and it's just different, guys. The build between the vintage and the modern, you can tell, some of the stereos are more like this one. It's more stronger than the modern ones, the plastic ones. Yeah, and the plastic ones, guys, some of them are light, or a lot of those modern ones nowadays, the modern stereos, guys, they really build the the cases very light because of the labor, okay? They want to save money, but they want to sell it more money. A lot of made in China, they're like plastic, and they are light, very light. And the vintage, guys, are more like sturdy, strong, metal around it. Like I showed you my Luxman, very strong and heavy. So today they really build the stereos, the modern stereos, very fragile and very light. And some of the made in China is very cheap, because they will build new ones, new models in a couple years, and they want people to buy it. So they will build some modern stereos. They will sell it for, some of them are a good price or cheaper price, but it will break easily, for a couple years, because that's the lifespan. And the engineers from China, they know that the stereo will, last for 2 to 3 years or 5 years, and that's it. Some of the modern stereos that doesn't even last for 3 years, or depends how you use it, because of the parts that they used. It's a cheap parts, and the lifespan doesn't really last for a long time, compared to Japan made. Um, the Chinese stereos, they the Chinese, the engineers from China, they want those stereos to last that long. Not very long, but they want to build new stereos and sell it more and new moderns so they can make money. That is why China is getting richer and richer and richer because how they do it. They keep selling merchandise and they don't really last for a long time. I mean, you can imagine, guys. I mean, if you make a merchandise and you will, let's say the stereo, right? You build a stereo and then you give that stereo a lifespan 10, 20 years, then what is the point? The country of Japan, they were not gonna make money. Okay. um or I mean China. Okay, but Japan, they build it for a very long time. They last that stereo for a long time because Japan, guys, it's already a rich country, and they have money. Okay, they have money. Japan may have money, so they don't really need to make more money. Same thing with a person, guys. When you have money already, why would you want to work so hard and you know keep keep making money, money, money? You already have it, so you just want to have an easy way to get money and not to work so hard anymore because you have it already. It's a very simple math. So the same thing, guys. But China, guys, they want a lot of money. They want more, 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 more money. So that is the difference between those countries and the modern and the vintage stereos. And there's a lot of things to know and to learn about those countries, and a lot of things to know about vintage stereos and modern stereos. Not only from the outside, from the inside of the stereos, the parts, the motherboards, the capacitors, the transformers, the wires, different color wires, the lighting, and the bulbs. There's so many things, so many parts of the stereos that you can learn and you can study, and it's not always about the outside looks. Yeah, I do have knowledge about the stereos, about what's inside of the stereos, and some of the stereos I can fix and some I can't. But I'm not really the hardcore guy to fix any stereos, the vintage stereos. But some, like my Sansui over here, my Sansui turntable over here, I bought this for a very low price, and I paid a good amount of money for this. Okay, because this is about 350 to 400 in eBay. Okay, if it's a mint condition, you're gonna pay 350 to 400. Okay, if there's damage or cracks on the corners, you probably pay 250. It depends. Okay, so I pay very low price for this, and I fixed this Sansui, and now it's working. It's in a good condition. I just used this last night. I was listening here, hanging out, having a vodka here, over here, having some vodka, and just enjoying the Sansui. So, guys, if you know how to find a way how to make some good stereos, to have some good stereos, you can save a lot of money. You don't have to follow other people's uh, expenses or their hobbies when they buy vintage stereos that they pay thousands of money. You can find a way how to have good stereos and with the good sounds and pay less money. So yeah, guys, so another videos here about this modern and vintage stereos that we want to talk about, and I wanted to talk about because I have vintage stereos here and a modern now that I you know set here. I just set it up. So over here we have the speakers here. Yeah, the Sansui speakers. It's a Sansui set and JVC, um, Sansui, and Tascam Marantz. And guys, another video is something to talk about. Hope you like the video, and yeah, click the subscribers, guys, and click all, so every time I upload a new video, once you subscribe to my channel, then it will go straight to your channel every time I have a new video. So guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you again next time. For now, say ciao ciao.